On September 4, 2023, the Edo State Election Petitions Tribunal sitting in Benin City upheld the election of the senator representing Edo North Senatorial District, Senator Comrade Adams Eric Oshamale, as winner of the February 25, 2023 election. A three-man panel led by Justice O.A. Choke dismissed the petition filed by former Senator Francis Alemi Ikhena of the People's Democratic Party for lack of merit. The petitioner, Senator Francis Alemi Ikhena, in his petition had asked the tribunal to declare the election of Senator Comrade Adams Eric Oshamale invalid over alleged non-compliance with the provisions of the Electoral Act 2022 as required by law and declare him winner of the election. Delivering the judgment on behalf of the tribunal chairman, Justice Alero Akeredolu, held that the petitioners failed woefully to prove his case, adding that the petitioners cannot rely on the weakness or strength of the respondents to prove their case against Oshamale. Justice Akeredolu also held that the petitioners failed to tender before the tribunal any relevant document to prove a case of non-compliance as contained in their petitions. In another development, the Election Petitions Tribunal affirmed the election of Senator Barrister Neda Imasuen as the duly elected senator representing Edo South Senatorial District, elected on the platform of the Labour Party. The candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Mr. Matthew Idoyekeme, and his party had through suit number EPT/ED/SEN/03/2023 approached the tribunal to challenge Imasuen's victory in the February 25 election. However, the three-man panel led by Justice Yusuf Umbale Mohammed dismissed the petition for lack of merit and incompetence. Justice Mohammed, who read the 3 hours judgment, said the petitioners failed to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Imasuen was not qualified to participate in the election. The tribunal held that the allegations of non-qualification, party nomination, or sponsorship for an election are pre-election matters that can only be entertained by a federal high court. The tribunal also dismissed a similar petition filed by the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Valentine Owamagbe Asuen, who had also challenged the election victory of Barrister Neda Imasuen. In a related development, the Election Petitions Tribunal affirmed the election of the member representing Esan West, Esa Central, and Igwebe Federal Constituency in the Federal House of Representatives, Right Honorable Marcus Onobun, as the winner of the February 25 general election. The petition filed by the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Dikin Patrick Idiake, was dismissed for lack of merit, as the tribunal said the petitioner could not prove the allegations. Right Honorable Marcus Onobun is the only federal legislator elected under the platform of the PDP in the 2023 general election in Edo State. In the same vein, the election tribunal that sat in Benin City also upheld the election of Honorable Murphy Osaro Omoyi of the Labour Party as the duly elected member representing Egwanipoboka Federal Constituency. The petitioners Henry Okwarobo of the People's Democratic Party and Crosby Osadolo Eribo of the All Progressives Congress in their petitions had asked the tribunal to declare the election of Osaro Omoyi as invalid over corrupt practices, violence, inaccurate figures, overvoting, and non-compliance with the provisions of the Electoral Act 2022. The tribunal dismissed the petition by Henry Okwarobo of the People's Democratic Party, challenging the election victory of the Labour Party candidate Honorable Murphy Osaro Omoyi on the grounds that the petitioners failed to tender any valid document as evidence, present witnesses, and prove allegations of non-compliance and corrupt practices alleged in the petitions. The tribunal also dismissed the petition filed by Osaro Obaze of the APC for lack of merit. The tribunal also dismissed the petition of the APC candidate Osadolo Crosby Eribo for the Egwanipoboka Federal Constituency for lack of merit. In the petition filed by Sonny Agwebo of the PDP and Osaro Obaze of the APC against Honorable Esosa Iyawe, member representing Owedo Federal Constituency, was dismissed by the tribunal. It was a moment of celebration at the tribunal premises in Benin City during the judgment when the election victory of Iyawe was upheld by the tribunal. During the same period, the election victory of Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa of the APC was upheld as the duly elected member representing Ovia Federal Constituency. The tribunal struck out the petition of Honorable Barrister Mosede Igbinedion of the People's Democratic Party and that of the Labour Party, Dr. Mrs. Oyuki Asemota, in which the duo had alleged that the National House of Representatives election was invalid as there were corrupt practices, non-compliance with provisions of the Electoral Act 2022 as amended, failure to use the beavers, and overvoting during the election. The tribunal in its judgment said the petitioners could not present any evidence to prove their allegations. The tribunal said the onus lied on the petitioners to prove the issue of overvoting, corrupt practices, and non non-compliance to the Electoral Law 2022 as amended, amongst others, brought before the tribunal and subsequently dismissed the petition. The election of the majority leader of the House of Representatives, Right Honourable Professor Julius Ihonvere, was also upheld. In its unanimous decision, the tribunal dismissed the petition filed by Jimoh Ojo and the People's Democratic Party challenging Ihonvere's victory. The tribunal awarded the sum of 200,000 naira cost against the PDP candidate in favour of Ihonvere and the APC. In another judgment, the Edo State Election Petitions Tribunal upheld the victory of Right Honourable Peter Akpatasin, the All Progressives Congress APC candidate in the Federal House of Representatives for Akoko Edo Federal Constituency. The Labour Party candidate Omobayo Godwin, who finished third in the election with 7,992 votes, approached the tribunal to nullify Akpatasin's victory over alleged non-compliance with the Electoral Act by INEC.
A victory for democracy and for the people of Edo North constituency. So as you can see, the judgment, the judge covered the field, and the difference, the numbers of differences as related to the vote was massive, and they were not able to establish non-compliance. And the judgment, like I said, was superb, and the judges were able to cover every areas that was issued. They caught just one weakness, and they closed their case.
One thing that stood out for this matter is that the margin of victory at the polls was large. It is such that you would not want to belabor anybody about it, such that if you are able to spring up legal issues, you can be sure of victory. So that is what the tribunal did today, and deemed the petition not completely pursued or prosecuted.
The tribunal was very industrious and ensured that every issue was covered in the judgment. They did not leave any stone unturned.
You had the judgment. All that happened today, I must tell you that the man is a man of the people. But that is known. If I say household name, his name is like Awolowo Leaf. If you go to Akoko, there's no village, he has no project. He's been a wonder. In fact, we're not for him. Akoko Edo, forget about development. We are grateful that he's back to the House of Rep.
For the Edo State House of Assembly election, almost all the elected members, including the Speaker, Right Honourable Blessing Agbebaku, and others, were affirmed. In all, the tribunal only overturned the election of the member representing Ovia Southwest constituency, Honourable Destiny Nabulele, and ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission to issue certificate of return to the APC candidate, Honourable Sunday Agedo.
But unfortunately, the matter was dismissed. But for now, I don't have any other thing to say. I have to consult our clients before we know the final thing to do.
Counsel to the respondent Razak Isen Alume Esquire said the judgment was a victory of the rule of law and was glad the verdict was on the side of his clients.
This is particularly important to us because the second respondent here, Blessing Agbebaku, is the Speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly. So it would have been terrible if it was otherwise. It's a victory for rule of law and democracy.
Some of those who were aggrieved by the tribunal judgment have since approached the Court of Appeal. Information made available to BTV showed that all cases of the National Assembly appeal from the South-South have been holding in Lagos State, and some of them are awaiting judgment. Best Orator reporting for BTV News.